Hi Pisces, welcome to your monthly messages from Spirit reading for November 2021. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Pisces. This will not resonate with every Pisces that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. If this reading is not for you at all, Pisces, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. My intentions for this reading, Pisces, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of November, to ask what do you need to be aware of, what do you need to know from the beginning of this month, what have you experienced and why, and how will it end up by the end. And this can impact any aspect of your life, whether it is love and romance, career and finances, home and family life, personal health, or spiritual evolution. Whatever Spirit wants to bring forth shall be said, and I hope it's what's been weighing the heaviest in your heart and in your mind at this time. If you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space to help me provide these messages for you, whether those are specific archangels, deities, spirit guides, ancestors, your highest self, or even passed down loved ones, you are welcome to do so now. So let's go ahead and get this reading started, Pisces. I will be clearing the energy by using my sound bowl. If you are listening to this using headphones, I do suggest turning it down a little bit. I don't want your ears to hurt just for this part. So let's get right into this. Interesting, Pisces. So closing my eyes, and this could just be a small message for someone out there. If it doesn't resonate, just hang with me for a second. But what I saw was like a tent and like almost something that kind of looked like a teepee. And I saw like something in there and it felt like someone was kind of hiding. And I heard the world misses you. And if it's not so global, like literally the world, I do feel that your presence is needed, Pisces. Your energy is needed. Not that you have to form codependent relationships with people, but there's something about yourself that you're trying to hide, or maybe you just went in hermit mode. I understand this very well, just needed a break. But I do feel, Pisces, that your angels and spirit guides have been around you, healing you, wanting you to heal. But I think some of you have been so complacent in recharging, recuperating, staying away, that your presence is dearly missed in someone's life. I don't know if this is a romantic partner, your family members, your friends, but you just bring this light to people, Pisces, that makes the whole room feel better. Just your energy, it feels so healing, so loving, that I don't know, I just get this presence that someone or a lot of people, or even if you are on some sort of platform, social media, or you're well known in your community and you have taken your time to heal a bit, they do miss you. Take the time you need to heal. But I do get this sense that your angels and spirit guides want you to know that you're ready to come out of this as well. And that's the whole thing with healing, is that we just feel so drained from it. We feel so tired and we feel relaxed as we receive this healing. But sometimes we kind of forget that what has shed. And we're a completely new being, a new entity, a new frequency now. And we're a lot safer now because of that ascension. So we get afraid to come back into the world in case things were to go back to the way they were. And I would just want to say, Pisces, you have improved so much in some aspect of your life. It feels spiritual. And once you kind of change spiritually, your whole vibration, it will affect everything outside. So I don't think there's anything you need to worry or be afraid about, Pisces. I do feel you're protected. I do feel not only are you protected, but you can protect yourself as well through different choices you'll make moving forward with this new concept and idea of what it is that you are, who you are, and what you want in this world. from whatever you've learned during your healing. But let's go ahead and see what the Oracle and Tarot cards have to say for my beautiful Pisces for November, and see what Pisces needs to know. Wow, okay. So what this says here is discovering truth. Wow, yeah, and you see this person kind of moving away from the crowd, right? Pisces, I feel you've had to unplug from mass consciousness. I feel that a lot of you, during a certain period of time, maybe 2020 kind of really made it loud and clear for you that you vibrate differently than the rest, consciously. And I feel a lot of you don't feel like you can really resonate with the majority of people in your direct surroundings about their ideas of how to make this world a better place, their ideas of assertiveness, aggression. I feel, Pisces, you're surrounded by some people who are like all or nothing. And you're afraid to really say your truth because you don't want to be ostracized by those people who make you feel like you're either with me or against me. But Pisces, you understand a truth that is beyond that limited mindset that those people won't ever discover because they place themselves in such a tight box. They can't expand. But you are Pisces. And some of you may have grown up in very strict households, very religious households, I don't know, there's something about Pisces, you're going against the grain. And by going against the grain, whether that is in your friend group, your work environment, your family life, you're discovering so much more than you would have been comfortable in that situation that you were in that made you feel like you couldn't fully express your ideas and your beliefs that are profound, Pisces. This is giving me, honestly, very strong, like almost starseed vibes. Or it's just that you felt like your soul selected a household, a family, or a living situation where you grew up that is so different to what you vibrate with, what you resonate with. You just feel like the people around you maybe just don't get you or don't want to get you. But Pisces, I think instead of being so afraid of that, being so sad about it, you're seeking something else. Whether that is other relationships, a new job that feels more right with you. That's what this entirely feels like. And I think, Pisces, maybe you accommodated your truth to appease your surroundings, but I think you've set up a lot of boundaries with people, with situations. And those people are starting to realize how much they actually miss Pisces being around. How much your energy and your insight actually did uplift them, even if they didn't want to hear the truth at the time you were explaining it to them. When they needed to hear it, they rejected it. Why? Because when the ego is so comfortable being the dominant force of someone's consciousness, the ego doesn't like to be challenged at all. And Pisces, I feel that you challenged a lot of people's ego. Not that you purposely meant to, but there's just your truth that is ascending higher right now than the main collective force is threatening to the ego. So Pisces, I almost feel some of you may resonate even with Heyoka empath. And what that is that it's an empath that reflects to the individual they come into contact with the shadow, the flaws, or if someone is high vibrating, the good. But being in this contract on this plane of earth in the human form that we decided to be a part of, a lot of us are still in lower vibrational ego consciousness. And Pisces, at some point, maybe you found yourself there too. And I don't care, who you are. We all have at some point in our lives decided that we want to change, that we're not happy with the vibration that we're in, that we realize that we want to ascend, that we want to rise. And that's what you're doing now, Pisces, or have been doing since the beginning of November. Maybe around the time of the Scorpio new moon especially, there's been some truths that have hit you so hard you just can't deny and can't ignore. So you've done something about it to change. or you've done something about it to separate from yourself from those who don't want to change, who are happy living in an ego-based reality. You're not. And you're discovering truth now more than ever. You're receiving downloads, you're receiving signs and synchronicities because you're more open to these messages now more than ever before. And not that you haven't gone on your own spiritual awakening, but I think you're more awakened now to spirit, to the universe, than ever before. A lot of you, I feel too, were brave enough to do shadow work. We're conscious enough to do shadow work where a lot of people aren't. It's scary. But you were brave enough to face it, and now you're seeing the truth in things and people. I feel a lot of you are claircognizant. You just get these gut feelings. You don't know how, you don't know why, but it's like you can predict the ending of movies a lot sooner than a lot of people. You know what people are going to say before they say it. You know how someone's going to act before they do it. You just have this knowingness. You're almost like, for some of you, it's almost like you just read people from the back of your hand. And I feel now the difference is, though, Pisces, is that you're not going to be afraid to say your insight and truth. If someone asks for your opinion, you're going to give it. Gracefully, honestly, and you can be both at the same time. Some people mistake an honest for disrespect. That's not the aura you're in, Pisces. That's not your energy. You say the truth with conscious intention, with good intention. And people just mistake it because it's something they don't want to hear. But you're moving away, Pisces, from those of you who, or from those that would rather silence you than hear you out. And they're feeling the consequences of that for sure. Okay, let's keep going. You're not a sheep, Pisces. You're not a sheep at all. Just because the majority of people believe something, you research it, you sit with it, you feel it, and you decipher your own truth with it. Which in these days is very rare to do. Tell me more about November for my beautiful Pisces. Or at least you're getting into that practice of doing so. Tell me more, Spirit. Ooh, 2 cards for my beautiful Pisces. Wow, letting go and courage. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, Pisces. Yeah, you know what? In order for new doors to open, there were some you had to close. In order for your expansion to happen, there are some things you had to let go of that were not easy to let go of. Again, whether there's these certain behaviors that you had, mindsets that you were programmed to believe, relationships that weren't serving you at all, that just, unless, again, you thought the exact same as someone else, they weren't going to hear you out, respect you, honor you for your own experience, for your own truth. That took a lot of courage, Pisces, and Spirit wants you to know you were courageous in making that choice. Or if some of you are just thinking about it, not sure, if I let go, what will replace it? Will I be safe? Will I be okay? It's the unknowing that scares us, right? But Pisces, when you act in your highest truth, you will always be safe. You will always be protected. You're just taking the first steps in separating yourself from anything that is outside of your truth. The truth that you had to dig deep to find. The truth that you had to really be solidified by, despite what everyone else was saying or telling you, or what you were seeing in mass media, whatever the case is, right? Pisces, Spirit honors your courage. Spirit honors your strength by stepping away what felt so comfortable just because community was around you. It wasn't the right community for you. So a lot of you are thinking even of moving to a different state, city, country. A lot of you just want to get out of where you were or what you were surrounded by to find something that resonates with your soul. And Spirit's saying go for it if you're still in the process of making that decision. Others of you who've already made that decision, Spirit's congratulating you. You had the courage and strength to do it when so many people would just back down, accommodate, do what's easiest and be unhappy. You chose your happiness. And it wasn't selfish. It wasn't greedy. And I even feel for some of you, people try to make you feel that way because they felt you pulling away. And they tried to scare you into going back into, being their minion, being their friend. Even, I feel for some of you, friendships might have fell through. Certain bonds that you had with people, you kind of saw the truth in it. You didn't want to be my friend, or you didn't want to have me around unless I was doing everything you wanted me to do, agreeing with your every word. And that's not genuinity, that's not authenticity, and that's something I can't vibe with. But Pisces, for those of you that may be still struggling with letting go, with courage here, Spirit's urging you to do so. Because Spirit's telling you, once you take those first steps, get the courage to do so, you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded in the long haul. A lot of us accommodate, the short-term benefits because we see it immediately, but it's fleeting, it's temporary. Things that last the long haul, the long term, that may take a little bit more work, are more rewarding. But we are in this society, in this era where we just see all the glamour and the glitz of what is being shown to us, but we don't see the other side, the unhappiness, the scarcity mindset. You're discovering and seeing the world and your surroundings in a different perspective, a higher perspective, where now you just can't stand clownery. You can't stand fakeness. Whether these people intend to be fake or not, you just sense it, and it's just not fitting you anymore. So good for you, Pisces. Let's keep going. Tell me more, Spirit. For my beautiful Pisces for the month of November, what do you want Pisces to know? Ooh, Pisces, man. You guys are getting a lot of cards. So we have Caregiver and Breathe. So Capricorn got Caregiver. If you have Capricorn in your chart, I highly suggest checking out the Capricorn reading to see if there's messages for you there. Pisces, all will be taken care of. You're afraid of letting go because you're afraid that it's going to leave a hole in something. It's going to be incomplete. You're not going to be cared for. You're not going to be provided for, but you will. Spirits are making an alliance with you, Pisces. An alliance you've always had, honestly. But let's go ahead and read what these cards said. So for Caregiver here, beautiful. The imagery is great, and it says, "We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and loved at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process." Yeah, different than Capricorns, Pisces, I think some of you have this resentment of holding on to relationships for too long, where you did do so much, thinking that maybe the other person will change one day, the other person will see how much I've done for them, the other person will reward me, but you realized you just kept on getting drained with nothing in return. But Pisces, that's why Spirit's urging you to let go. Because there are souls that vibrate at your level who see you for who you are and who will care for you. Because it seems out of balance in some way, the way you give to others and what you receive in return. And it doesn't seem fair. And some of you were just waiting for it to be fair, but someone didn't have that on their agenda with you, consciously or subconsciously. So Pisces, I do feel that some of you want closure out of a relationship, romantic, platonic, whatever it is, for what you gave so much into that you didn't give return. Right now, Pisces, I don't see you getting that closure. So sometimes we have to give ourselves closure in order to let go and move on. As hard as it is, as much as you want to hear that apology, as much as you want to hear that sorry, some people are just not ready to do it, not willing to do it. But that shouldn't be your burden to bear. So let go of the need for closure from them and give it to yourself so you can heal. And move on to those who will serve you, love you, protect you, heal you, admire you the way you've done for others. Your heart chakra is powerful, Pisces, but it's been closed. And I get it. I 100% get it. But what I'm hearing is that your heart chakra is one of your most powerful chakras. And when it's in balance, when it is glowing, you affect and have an impact on so many, including your own life and yourself. So open that chakra again. Meditate on that chakra, because it's what you're fueled by. And then we have breathe. Beautiful. So what it says here is that the breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and the outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and the divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. Yeah, Pisces. Since birth, you've been connected to spirit. You've always had a vivid imagination. You've always had a love for animals. You did for people until they started taking a bit away of your trust, chipping away at it piece by piece. I want to say, Pisces, those were contracts you had to serve to fulfill your karma and start opening your dharma. But you're transforming your visualization of people, of what they live by. For one thing, you don't attach yourself to that anymore, of what someone's expectation is of you. You realize that I have my own truth, my own being. I know spirit loves me for who I am, and I connect with that source of love above all else. And if someone can't connect that with me, I see it as a lack within them, a lack of care for themselves, a lack of care for, they're outside of themselves. And instead of being resentful of it, I have compassion for it. I feel bad for it, but I detach from it. Some of you have a connection to butterflies. You may be seeing butterflies a lot. You may have a butterfly tattoo, or you consider the butterfly to be a totem animal of yours or insect of yours. The butterfly has been coming into your life for some of you to let you know you're going through this transformation. You're going through this awakening. And it's changing every aspect of your life and who you are, Pisces. So don't be afraid. That the process of the butterfly is not an easy one, okay? They go in this cocoon, they come into complete mush, their whole body just completely, transforms. But they come out stronger, they can fly. They're beautiful. Their presence is uplifting to those who are around it. And I think, Pisces, instead of attaching to things that you want closure from, you want an answer from, you want an explanation from, you're just going to fly away like the butterfly. I know that sounds corny, but it just exactly is how Spirit's showing it to me. If something isn't vibrating with you anymore, instead of being angry, pulled down by it, you're just going to move on to the next, gracefully, surely, confidently. Wow. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Tell me about what Pisces is experiencing in November. There we go. Wow. Beautiful. So we have the Tower. Yeah, Pisces. Whether your whole energy is shifting from realizing that some things were built off of lies, illusions of others, expectations of others that had to come down for you to see it for yourself. Or something could have happened in your life, maybe end of October, early October, beginning of November, that has made you see things completely differently. For some of you, it took losing something in order to realize what its value was all along. That something you put so much value into really didn't do anything for you. but the lies that someone gave you or the situation made it look a lot better than it really was. So yeah, a lot had to be torn down, a lot had to be pulled away, because Spirit didn't want you to live in that vibration anymore, to accept misbehavior anymore, to accept the fact that you had to surrender your own happiness for the good of others. No, Pisces. Pisces can be the meritor. Pisces does not deserve to be the meritor. But some Pisces go through life thinking the only way to get things done is to sacrifice, and that's not true. You don't have to sacrifice anymore. Whatever that is, your happiness, your well-being, your finances, your, relationships, whatever. You don't have to, Pisces. You never did. You were just programmed that way in order to serve others. Some shocking truth came to you to make you realize it was all false in some sort of way, whatever that means for you. But then we have the Sage of Orbs. This is the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. By the way, the Tower is Aries, Scorpio energy. But Pisces, again, you see things from a higher perspective now. And it's completely changed everything. And I think a lot of you are gaining the courage, especially this being under the Courage card and letting go, to cut things out of your life. If they can prove differently, if they can change and show you that, fine, come back in my circle. But if you're not going to accept me, if you're not going to serve me the way I served you, if there's not going to be balance, if there's not going to be justice, if there's not going to be anything fair, I don't need you. I don't need that energy around me. And I will distance myself or cut that out of my life. It's not easy, but finally I must do what needs to be done for my own sanity, my own peace, my own well-being. And I will do what it takes to make that happen. And I have to remind you, Pisces, it is not selfish to do this, because you're not doing it so you can only gain from the world. You're doing it so you can live life as happy as everyone else. Powerful. You're smart, Pisces. You're very intelligent. People have intelligent conversations with you. You bring something new to the table that people don't even think about. And maybe they reject it at first because it's too scary, but when they really look back on that conversation, they say, damn, Pisces was right. Your words carry wisdom, Pisces. Profound wisdom. Tell me more, Spirit. There we go. 8 of Crystals. Virgo energy. So, you know what's funny, Pisces? This is the Tower falling, right? But look at this person who's rebuilding a tower again. You're building something so much more stable through your own hard work, through your own determination, your ambition. You're making something better for yourself that you'll be happier with, that will be more stable, that you can see yourself thriving in, evolving in, reaching heights that you never reached before. Some of you, this could be a huge change in career, or getting coworkers to respect your ideas more, coworkers to respect your effort, your time more. I feel some of you want to ask for a pay raise. Ask it. They don't give it to you, you should go somewhere where your value is more appreciated. If they do, you got your job done, right? But you're working hard, Pisces, and Spirit's seeing how hard you're working at this. And again, rebuilding what has fallen is going to serve you far more than staying in the rubble of what has fallen and not emerging from it, not evolving from it. Wow. Some of you could be remodeling your house. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. It may not feel like it, Pisces. You know, you've been drained, you've been tested, you've been tried, you've been triggered. But you're stronger for it, wiser for it. You are still standing. You are still strong. You are still determined. And even behind them, as you see, is a pyramid. Again, you guys are one of a kind, and it's like Screw it. I'm not just going to rebuild a tower. I'm going to rebuild a whole dang pyramid. That's going to be a wonder. That's going to be shown to the world that I did this. I did what was hard. I did what wasn't easy. I decided to see the truth, to live in consciousness, to expand my consciousness. And I built something that most people will never be able to even start with their tools they were given. I was unhappy with my tools. I decided to get new tools, better tools that were more sufficient. You're strong, Pisces. You're strong as hell, and you are a spiritual warrior. You will be honored. You will be recognized, not just by spirit and your guides, but by those around you as being the evidence of what hard work gets you, emotionally, financially, spiritually. Wow. All right, Pisces. Let's go ahead and get one more card for my beautiful Pisces. As some of you are worried about your, a specific illness you have, of course, go see a doctor. I am not a doctor. Please go check it out with a trained professional. But I do see whether it's your physical well-being, your tiredness, your fatigue, or some sort of illness will improve. Anyway, let's go ahead and get one more card for my beautiful Pisceans. First, I'm going to have you look at the card to see the details, to see if there's anything you vibrate with that you're getting downloads from, and then I'll read the back of the cards. This is TLC. Oracle cards, they're beautiful. Anything else that my beautiful Pisces needs to know about? Ooh, okay. Wow, Pisces. The fields of forgiveness. And this is the imagery here. Beautiful. Yellow, green, pinks. Strong yellow energy, strong solar plexus is opening up. The more you are stable with your truth, the more confident you'll be in every aspect of your life. Let's see what it says. As you journey past resentment, now and then stopping only to recognize its desolate surroundings, decide you no longer want to linger on the bumpy road of disappointment. A new way of living will emerge, one that is full of surprises and perfectly timed synchronicities. Set your burdens down, let go what delays your progress, and welcome, in exchange, the tender but stable roots of new beginnings. Enter the field of forgiveness where enchantment awaits you. I promise, Pisces, again, closure may not be given to you, but to forgive does not mean to accept, to let in, to manifest in your energy. To forgive just means I'm no longer going to have to suffer for what someone else has done to me. I'm choosing to learn from it and to let it go. Maybe you will get your apology one day, Pisces, but no longer do you have to hold yourself hostage to preventing yourself from doing the things you want to do because you're waiting on something or someone that isn't ready to do what you want them to do. You need them to do. Fine, I'll be out of your life and I'll continue to focus on me and heal me. But I promise, Pisces, when you close that door, something newer is coming around the corner that's going to be so much better. Enchantment, magic will enter your life. Perfectly timed synchronicities will. And it's because you cleared out that energy that was hindering your progression that you don't need. Wow, Pisces, thank you so much for joining me for this beautiful reading. I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way, or it's giving you insight, clarity, healing, and guidance in regards to what's going on for you in November. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Pisces, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Pisces.